Hey, what's up, everyone? I wanted to highlight ToyFare magazine today, specifically issue 14 from October 1998. Well, obviously, as you can see, probably the main reason is that it specifically highlights EU action figures. Now, I don't go out of my way to hold on to or collect just any magazine that's Star Wars adjacent. I also don't go out of my way, by the way, to collect Star Wars toys. It's just not a category I've ever really been super interested in. I had all the toys as a kid, but as a adult collector, it's just not something I want to get sucked into, partially because I don't have the space and partially because I know I would just become obsessive about it and go bankrupt pretty darn fast. I like to keep things moreover as EU focused as possible. So where there are EU figures, I've definitely indulged. I've definitely collected those. I've gone out of my way to look for those things, as well as promos related to those things. So to some extent, that's where this magazine hits some of the boxes, right? I don't collect it simply because it's about Star Wars. I'm interested in it because it's obviously very EU focused. It also, by the way, happens because of this, the free Star Wars poster, to hit another box in my sort of obsessive collector checklist, which is that it's not just a free poster, because again, as you guys have known, I've highlighted a lot of posters and many more posters yet to be highlighted on this channel, but it's a poster of this specifically, meaning that we get a chance to get a standalone poster of just EU Star Wars action figures. So you gotta love it. If you love this too, this is still a magazine that's relatively easy to find on the secondary market. ToyFare magazine in general was one of my favorites. It's no longer in print. I also loved Wizard magazine, the parent company. They're both gone, unfortunately. But I've only held on to some of the ToyFares that, you know, for whatever reason held specific meaning to me, and this is obviously perhaps the most important for me. Again, it's a cool image. It's cool to see the EU highlighted in this way. It's cool to have a poster highlighting these specific characters. So there's a lot to love. What I thought I would do really quickly is, just in the interest of, and again, right off the bat here, you got an advertisement for Star Wars Trivial Pursuit. What I wanted to do is just to sort of take a look, almost as a time capsule, this 1998, late 1998 magazine, just to get a sense of where Star Wars was and where in particular the EU was in the context of both just the larger fandom as well as this sort of niche toy collector fandom as well. Right here, there's a feature article about what at this point was the next three in the wave of EU specific action figures. You've got Mara and Dark Trooper and Dark Empire Leia. It's just so cool, you know. And again, fun magazine in general. For those of you who aren't familiar but are familiar with Robot Chicken, some of the folks involved in this magazine ultimately teamed up with Seth Green to start Robot Chicken. So some of the humor you'll find in here, some of the features will very striking resemblance to that show. This is kind of fun too. Again, this is a half a year-ish out from the first prequel coming out, and so there's a lot of speculation about who these actors are going to play. It's always kind of fun to go back and see a lot of prequel speculation. Here's a contest to win a Galoo Micro Machine related Star Wars toy. I mean, this is really cool. Check this out. The top 10 action figures of the month, almost all Star Wars. So Star Wars was back in a big way, and yet it's so cool that the magazine decided to highlight the EU stuff in particular. Like Wizard magazine, the parent publisher, this had a price guide feature as well. And again, take a look. Star Wars is here everywhere, but they choose to highlight some EU characters, you know, Shizor and Dash, and it's just amazing. It's just such a cool time capsule. A time when Star Wars was once again, and there's even more Star Wars on the back, right? Star Wars was on the rise. What an amazing couple of years it had been, beginning with Shadows and then the theatrical re-release of the special editions, and obviously the prequels and everything else to come after that. But yeah, ToyFare magazine, a fun thing to highlight. Obviously, a time when the EU really had a chance to shine, and what a unique element to the EU action figures in particular. So if you like the EU action figures, if you like posters of EU action figures, ToyFare 14, October 1998, is for you. See you next time.